Hey everybody, what's up? This is Greg from Good Vibes Auto Sales in North Hollywood in Southern California. Been a dealer since 2005, and I wanted to talk about something that I saw in the group, my Facebook group, Independent Auto Dealers Mastermind, about buy here, pay here financing. And what I wanted to stress is that, first of all, buy here, pay here financing was put into place because obviously, as a lot of you know, these people couldn't get financed anywhere. Either they had no credit or they had awful credit. These people couldn't finance a toaster. So when you're dealing with people like this, you have to be extra precautious. I don't even know if you want to extend credit to these people. It really depends on how good your emotional, how good your mental health is, because when you're dealing with people like this, they really don't have anything to lose. And when you end up repossessing the car, or they'll come and they'll make a big stink about it. They could come in your office and demand where their car is. You might have to call the cops to come get them out. And this is something that's happened to me a bunch of times. So it could get dangerous, especially repossessing the car. That really takes a certain type of personality, and I wouldn't recommend it. I've done it a couple times, and it was a very disturbing situation, and it's not something that I'd ever like to do again. So if you are going to do something like that, hire a professional. But what I wanted to say was that when you're dealing with people like this, if you choose to extend credit to the majority of the people who are looking for buy here, pay here financing, you want to make sure that they come in every 2 weeks, because you want to see what's going on in their life. Their lives are very unstable. Okay, the better you get to know them, the better you start to know their living situation, their job situation if they're out of the job. So you have to see them. Now, if you just have them on where they're making payments every month and you never see them, it's much more likely that something can happen and you won't be aware of it. And then next thing you know, it's really difficult to find them. So people like this, I know guys who put 2 GPSs on the vehicle just in case, because a lot of these people buy here, pay here, they know about the GPS and they'll actually remove one of the GPSs. They know where they're located. Usually they're under the steering wheel, under where the OBD2 sensor is, and they'll actually remove one. So people like this, you want to have 2 GPSs on the vehicle. The buy here, pay here is fantastic in the sense that, you can charge an exorbitant interest rate. It's a really good opportunity to make a lot of money. You can make money on the back end. You can add gap insurance, service contracts. So it can be very lucrative. But just remember that when you're dealing with people who don't care at all about their credit history, you're going to run into some problems. Now, there was a guy in the Facebook group that said, well, my customers don't come in every 2 weeks. They just send the payment over the phone, and that's fine if you have someone who you find is low risk. A lot of times you're not financing, the customers aren't financing a large amount, maybe $2,500, $3,000, and you've made your money. So if you get a good feeling about them that they're going to make their payments because they showed you consistent paychecks coming in, and also you've seen that they've been at their residence for a certain amount of time, then by all means, you don't have to go through the whole ordeal of having them come in every couple of weeks and having 2 GPSs put on the vehicle. So I have plenty of customers like that too, who, I got consistent payments, and I could have sent them over to a bank, but I'm like, look, I have a good customer here. They're putting a lot of money down. Why not, make some extra money on the interest, which I can collect, and make some back end money. And sometimes I don't want to give these customers over to the bank. So customers like that who actually have good credit, and they're not even as concerned about having their credit reported. So I don't mind keeping some of these people on who send the payments over the phone, or they mail them in. However, if you decide to extend credit to someone who's extremely high risk, I recommend not only putting 2 GPSs on the vehicle, and you don't even have to go that far. That's for like really, really bad. But have them come in every couple weeks, because they get into a certain routine where they have to show up And if it takes too long, for instance, like 30 days, they might just kind of slack off. So, you want to get into a consistent thing, and you don't want to get too many days to go by. So that's what I was really trying to stress in the group was, if you have someone who has decent credit and they don't really care about dealing with a bank, by all means, keep them in-house and have them, send checks or, take a card over the phone or whatever. However, if you decide to extend credit to someone who is just like the bottom of the barrel, total roach, then be extra precautious and make sure that you see them as often as possible. I mean, 2 weeks is good. If they have a $300 payment, you can take $150, for 2 weeks, and then the following 2 weeks you can take another $150. Because that way they get into the habit of seeing you, and they don't have, like a 30-day period or more till they see you where they can tend to slag off more. So this is just a basic tip in buy here, pay here for years. So I strongly recommend you do that. If you have any questions in regard to that, please leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll answer it. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next video.